Hello class, for my final project I will be talking about electricity. Electricity as we know it today continues to evolve as history has shown us through the centuries. There are multiple scientists who have contributed to how electricity is used, generated, and transmitted. The world is dependent on electricity for everything from schools, the economy, commercial business, and homeowners. The focus on renewable energy has become a priority as technology has advanced at a rapid pace over the last 25 years. Electricity is based on magnetism. You cannot see electricity, but can tell that it exists because it produces certain effects. Electricity is produced by how easy it is to move electrons from the outer shell of an atom. The atom has a nucleus with protons and neutrons in the center, while electrons orbit around them. Protons are positively charged, neutrons have no charge. The electrons are the negative charge. The outermost shell of an atom is called valence shell. The maximum number of electrons in a valence shell are 8. If there are between 5 and 8 electrons in the outer shell, it is an insulator. If there is less than 5 electrons in the outer shell, it's a conductor. Electricity is made by moving the electrons via conductor's pressure induction. The history of who invented, discovered electricity is not a simple one-word answer. Every century has had multiple people study and contribute to the development. The electricity was first used back in 376 BC. The Chinese general developed the compass that was used for travelers to find their way around the world. Stephen Gray discovered conductors and insulators. A conductor allows electricity to flow, while an insulator has resistance to prevent the flow of electricity. Examples of a good conductor is copper, aluminum, silver, and a good example of an insulator is air, glass, plastic, or wood. Thomas Edison, one of the most important people who discovered electricity and developed on everyone else's previous theories, had over 1,000 patents, with many improved upon the electrical theories and products that were developed before him. In 1879, he improved the incandescent light bulb to where it would stay on for 40 hours. With the development of the electric light bulb, Edison was able to light the first street in New York City in 1882. The drawback to Edison's electricity that it was based on direct current, DC. Nikola Tesla started out working for Edison, but soon became his biggest competitor. He envisioned an electrical system based on alternating current, which we currently use in everyone's homes today. By using Niagara Falls to produce the electricity, which was the first hydroelectric plant in 1886. Tesla invented the polyphase motor, which we use today in dishwashers, washing machines, and every other day appliances that we currently take for granted. He also invented the Tesla coil, which is now commonly called the transformer, in 1890. The transformer has no moving parts, is made with coils of wire and a piece of metal. The electricity energizes one side of the coil, called the primary, and induces it into the secondary side, which is called the secondary. This allowed to transmit at a higher voltage and a lower cost. The higher the voltage, the less wire you need, the lower the cost to the end user. While the electricity was able to be delivered throughout the country, concerns grew over the safety of the electricians. The electricians install electricity based on the National Electric Code, which was first published in 1890s, which gets updated every 3 years. Also, the standard for electrical safety in the workplace. They are also required to attend 21 hours of training every 3 years and are required to have their work inspected after installation to install correctly. The debate on who is responsible for electric safety is not an easy one. Everyone is responsible. The fuses protect the houses. The circuit breakers are an update to that, and in most houses today. Going forward, we will say generation from wind turbines, solar farms, solar fields, generation. These are the most commonly used ones today on how to produce electricity. Delivering electricity, you go through the transmission lines to the transformers. That is standard for all, no matter how it's produced. Renewable energy has some pros and cons to it. It does fight for pollution, reduce fossil fuels. The solar system, not much of a demand on it. That is why the economy is going to renewable energy. Environmentalists are supporting their efforts. The federal government also support their efforts. The future of electricity is to continue to provide for domestic safety and protect us against terrorists who may go after the national grid, which is a major concern.